In this video, we're going to go through the basics of network adjustment, but we're going to focus on how to apply constraints when doing a network adjustment. So what does a constraint mean? Simply put, we want to actually make one or more than one of the actual objects in our data set to remain fixed when we do our adjustment, so that everything else adjusts around it. Now, one of the most common examples of constraints is when we're trying to actually set our base points as final or fixed position. And all the actual shots that we took around it can be adjusted to try and find the most probable position of those points relative to our base points. So in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to find one of these points. Let's use 3000 as the example. Now, in here, it has a coordinate that is already assigned to it. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to assign another coordinate to it. So we're going to right-click on 3000, and we're going to add a coordinate. And in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to set the coordinates to control quality. We'll set both the horizontal and vertical to control level quality. And just for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to change the elevation. Let's say we did a level loop and we found out that the elevation should have been this number instead. So we're going to tap OK, and you'll notice the symbology has changed. Now when we actually run our network adjustment, before running it, we're going to have a dialog box that allows us to actually set this point as a constraint. So we're going to go to the survey ribbon. That's right at the top of the page. And then we're going to go ahead and look for the network adjust icon. And then we're going to tap on that icon. And now in the dialog box, we're going to see under the constraints heading, fixed coordinates. Here is where we can now set both the 2D component that we actually set as a control and also the elevation as a fixed constraint. Now it's your choice. It's based on the understanding of the data. You can play around with this. Now again, this is a basic look at constraints, but this is a concept. Now once we've picked the appropriate constraints that we want to set, we then go down to the bottom of the screen and we click on Adjust and we run our adjustment. And now you can see that we've actually passed our chi-square test. And now we can go back and look at the point derivation report. So if you click on the point, go to point derivation report and look at it. You'll see here in the report, office entered grid and office entered global. The office entered global was actually 15 millimeters, but we're no longer holding that as fixed. We're holding the office entered grid as fixed. So you'll see it says 0, 0 for this instead, and we're holding that coordinate. You'll see that the elevation says it's the exact same one that we've input earlier. This is the concept of how to apply constraints when doing a network adjustment inside of TBC.